Assalamu alaikum. I'm Ibrahim Hooper with CAIR's weekly news update. CAIR has called for a federal probe of allegations that FBI agents in Oregon are using coercive tactics to force Muslims traveling overseas to give up their constitutional rights.
The Council on American-Islamic Relations says Tarhouni was interrogated by FBI officials about his religious beliefs. We talked with a representative from the group over Skype this afternoon. The group is asking the Justice Department to investigate how the FBI handled its encounter with Tarhouni.
He's been told by FBI agents that in order for him to fly back to the United States, he has to submit to this interrogation. But that's not what the law is. The law is that an American citizen has a sacrosanct right to return to the United States.
CAIR's New York chapter called for hearings on new revelations that the NYPD has spied on mosques without warrants or evidence of wrongdoing.
Muslim organizations gather outside police headquarters to protest the NYPD's controversial surveillance of their community. Protesters called on Police Commissioner Ray Kelly and top aide Paul Brown to resign over the department's surveillance of specific mosques and community centers. They're also angry over Kelly's involvement in the controversial film The Third Jihad, which was shown at a police training facility.
So here now we're trying to really pick up the pieces of trust here. This has been a breakdown of a relationship between the Muslim community and the NYPD, and it's very clear that this is a renegade police department that needs oversight.
CAIR also called on the FBI to investigate a possible bias motive for recent vandalism at a Virginia mosque.
The Council on American-Islamic Relations, or CAIR, reported the incident to the FBI.
Here we go again. You know, there's a cycle to these kinds of incidents that you go through, informing authorities, contacting the community. And
he's CAIR's National Communications Director. The fear is that this devastating vandalism may not be random.
Well, anytime you get an attack of this type on a house of worship, whether it's a mosque or a synagogue or a church, you have to be concerned, and that's why we approach law enforcement authorities to at least keep the possibility of a bias motive in mind when investigating this case. In Ohio, CAIR's chapter sponsored a vigil outside the home of a Muslim family targeted by arsonists.
Now, police are investigating this as a possible hate crime, and the Council on American-Islamic Relations, or CAIR, organized tonight's vigil. Leaders say they want to show a display of unity, compassion, and humanity for the man who lived here. Mohammed Sultan's home was set on fire January 16th. In November, his home was painted with anti-Arab and anti-Islamic slurs.
And finally, The Daily Show's Aasif Mandvi appeared on CNN and discussed receiving an award from CAIR recognizing his efforts to challenge anti-Muslim bigotry.
The Council on American-Islamic Relations did recognize you for your courageous work in exposing anti-Muslim bigotry on national TV. Tell me why that's important to you. And as a Muslim comedian, I'm guessing this has changed quite a bit since '95 when you were an Arab cabbie in Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Right. Well, CAIR gave me this award for courage in media, which, you know, on some level was for my brilliant pratfalls and stupid faces that I make on The Daily Show. But, you know, I think it was also an honor for me to be, you know, sort of honored by my own community in a way.
If you want to receive CAIR's daily email news updates and action alerts, sign up at www.cair.com. To report discrimination or bias, email info@cair.com. Assalamu alaikum.